Good morning, everyone. Hope you're doing all right. I just want to start by saying I am so sorry that I'm having to... Sorry, I can't adjust this. It's never the same as when I think I've got it right, and then by the time I go live, the camera is completely different and it's either too high or too low. Anyway, I just like to start by apologising that we're actually doing the coffee morning on the Tuesday instead of the Monday. I think majority of you that are following... Hello, sexy.
I can't get it. No one would know I was here.
I can't, honestly, the house is chaos. Holly's getting ready to go to work. Tim's...
I'm putting on my socks.
What does that say? This guy has an awesome wife. I couldn't remember what it said exactly. Yeah, so, and I've got Smidge. Smidge, don't even think about knocking that down. Smidge is on the bed, and Casper's going crazy downstairs, trashing everything. So yeah, Holly's going to work. Tim's getting ready to leave. I'm trying to do a coffee morning in a corner where I can get some peace, which I can't. The cat's all over the place, and so is Casper. So it's chaos in this house. But yeah, firstly, most of you that darling, you are gonna you will come and notify me like when you're close to leaving, won't you?
Yes, I would just go down.
Thank you, sexy. I didn't want him to leave without saying goodbye, you see. What was I saying? Oh, can't multitask to save my life, man. Yeah, most of you that follow the channel, you know that I try to stick to Monday as best as I can. It's not a coffee morning that's set in stone for a Monday. I always try to aim for a Monday, and if I can't do it on a Monday, I try to get it as close as possible, but most of you sort of know that's the case with me. And yesterday I had to... I'm gonna have to shut the bedroom door because the cat... Tim... Every time, right, say if I'm in the bath or something like that and Tim just pops in to grab something, he'll leave the bathroom door open and I'll be laying there in the bath like that and I'll be like, there's a cold draft coming through, so thank you, Holly. And always leaves the door open. I don't know why he doesn't close it after him when he goes out or something. And it's the same in the bedroom. Like I'm doing the coffee morning, he comes in to go and get a pair of socks and then he goes back out but doesn't close the door, just sort of shuts it to, but doesn't actually close it. And then the next thing you know, and he does it like when I'm asleep at night as well, and the cat comes in, and next thing you know, I hear the door go doof like that, because the cat comes in and creeps, and then comes in quite quickly, and the door just flings open. And it's just the most annoying thing ever. Like, if you're leaving the room, shut the door. Anyway, let's not get started on men with doors and toilet seats and things like that. So anyway, like I was saying, I try to stick to a Monday the best I can, and I couldn't do yesterday. Most of you know that we have been so busy. We've been away vlogging. When I did the last coffee morning, which was Tuesday as well. Why did I change it last week? I can't remember why now. I forgot why. Was it Tuesday last week? Or did I do it Monday last week? Oh, I can't remember now. I don't even know what week it is. I don't even know what month it is or year for that matter. I'm just a mess. I'm an absolute mess. Give me some coffee. So yeah, we left to go to London on Tuesday. So I must have done coffee morning Monday. Yeah. It must have been Monday. So we went to London Tuesday. Was it Tuesday? Yeah, it was Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday we went and we stayed in the Savoy on Tuesday. Then Wednesday we stayed in Claridge's, and then Thursday we drove to Blackpool, and we had Thursday, Friday, Saturday in Blackpool, and came home on Sunday. And it's been a really crazy week, and we were so tempted to stay an extra night in Blackpool because the day when we were due to leave, it was so sunny, and it had been so rainy the whole time we'd been there, and it was just beautiful blue skies. I've never seen Blackpool, not even in the summer, looking so good. I mean, don't get me wrong, we've had some lovely days there anyway, but it was spectacular. It was the most incredible, like, don't get me wrong, there was a chill, you needed a coat, but it was just beautiful weather, fantastic weather for just strolling and stuff like that. And we were like, oh, should we stay an extra night? And then I was like, I don't think I can, Tim. I said, because I've got a blood test on Monday and I really need to get back for it. So we didn't stay, all because of a blood test. Now, I've got a bit of a story and a bit of a rant about the blood test. So I will get on to that. So hang around for the rant, because you know I like to rant. That's what it's all about. But before I go any further, I'm going to do some shout outs. But that's why I had to move the coffee morning, because the blood test was at 10:50 and usually a coffee morning would be about 11 o'clock. So I was like, there's no way I can do it. I can't do it before. There's no way I'm going to get it all done in time and get to the doctors. And if I do it after, it ain't even going to be the morning. So I just thought Tuesday it is. So here we are. And it's chaos in the house, but it's better to have chaos in the house and a coffee morning, or a really, really late coffee morning, which isn't in the morning, or a really, really early one where everyone still wants to be in bed. And yeah. So let's do some shout outs. Let's get back to business, shall we? Right. Is there any wonder I've got a sore throat? Right. We've got Anthony Green, we've got James Robinson. So thank you to all the mods that have give up your morning. I really, really appreciate it. We've got Barry Coppock, we've got Lee Davis, Andy Mullaney. It's Andy Mullaney's birthday. Yeah, baby. Happy birthday, Andy. I hope you're having the most amazing day. Do you know what? I can remember you saying it last year as well, and when we were in lockdown, Andy telling me it was your birthday. Robert Blake, Big Game Al, Paul Drury, Amanda Beach, Ben McSporran, Ruth Jones, Hernandez, sorry, I got it right. We've got Michelle as well. We've got Doe Darlin. We've got Penny. We've got Tim Newbold, Karen Bonner. Claire B has been a channel member for 9 months. Wow, Claire, that's incredible. Thank you so much for your support. By the way, I hope everything's going well with you, Claire. Thinking of you all the time. We've got Jules C, Paul Drury. I think I've already said Paul Drury. Life with Hina is here. Eugene McKeever. Craig Cargill is here as well. I know that somebody signed up as a membership because I saw that as I was putting the kettle on. Who was it? I can't see. I can't scroll that far back. Somebody right at the beginning, before we even started Coffee Morning, signed up as a super louder. So I was like, ooh, but it won't let me scroll that far back. So to the person who that was, thank you so much for signing up. It's lovely to have your support. We've got Ozzy Joanne, Diane Price, Jules C, Kitch, Christine Sutton, Julie JN3, Mark Wiggin, Susie, Belvedere. Obviously we've got the mods. Belvedere's always like the first one on it, no matter when I upload. Belvedere is so sharp, it's unreal. I don't know how Belvedere does it. I really don't. It's like supersonic. Deborah Aindo, my mother. So say hi to mum, everyone in the chat. Anna Tidmarch, Christine Parsons, Stes Tez. I always go to say Stes Trez. I don't know why, but I do. Who else have we got? Hang on. I'm just going over the same people at the moment. Sorry, I'm just trying to catch up. Jane Frederick, John Stanley. I just want to make sure I get everyone read out. Paul Holt, Jacko, Blue Fox 1884. Right, yeah, I've caught. I think have I caught up? I think I've caught up. Oh no, hang on. Tina, Judy Pringle. See, if I was on Tim's channel now and I was delaying looking for people's names, he'd be going, come on, keep talking. Becky Whitehall. I think I've caught up. I think I've caught up. I'm sure I've caught up. Anna Tidmarch has been a channel member for 9 months as well as a super louder. That's incredible. And says, happy Tuesday, Gabby, and everyone in the chat. Thank you, Anna. I appreciate all your support. You're amazing. Michelle D is here in the chat and says, happy Mother's Day for Sunday. I'm just going to give that a heart and a like. Thank you so much for your super chat, Michelle. That is amazing. I did actually see your comment yesterday, Michelle, and you were saying about Fumps being a similar age to your little one. And I remember you from your little profile picture because I can see your little one in it. So that's how I can identify that. Because, you know, sometimes when people are like new to the channel and that, and I sort of get to know people as time goes on, there are people that like us, I know quite well, have been with us for ages, and there are people that are starting, but sometimes I can identify people by their little profile pictures because some of them are really unique. And I just remember you put a comment up, I think it was yesterday, and or it might have been the day before, but I got to it late, I'm not sure, and you were saying about Thumps being really cute and just being like your little one. They are lovely at that age, aren't they? Oh my god, like so entertaining at the moment. He's unreal. We've got Kate in the chat, Robert Blake as well, Eating Healthy, Vampy Twine, Stuart Barber. Right, hang on. I've got a super chat from Craig. Craig, thank you so much for your super chat. It's really kind of you. Treat yourself and Casper to a nice lunch. We're actually going to go out for lunch today, actually, Craig. So thank you so, so much. That's really thoughtful. Thank you so, so much, guys. Is Mother's Day on Sunday? This Sunday? Oh my god, like honestly I don't know what day it is. I really don't. I don't even know when Easter is or anything. I'm terrible at the moment. I'm just, ever since like, no, this is no excuse, but ever since like my grandma passed away, everything's just gone into a bit of a fog and a cloud, and I just don't know whether I'm here, there or anywhere. Honestly, it's been nuts. Paul Drury has been a channel member for a month, so thank you so much, Paul, and says this channel gets better and better. Congratulations, Gabby. Thank you for keeping us all entertained. Oh, Paul, that's a lovely thing to say. Thank you. Well, I'm trying, because I do feel bad, because I felt like over the past month I've been really sluggish with my uploads, and I'm not usually sluggish with my uploads. I usually get one up once a week, but there'd been a slight delay on each vlog because obviously I've been grieving, so it's been a little bit, it's difficult, isn't it, when you're trying to just get on with normal life and you've got stuff on your mind and that. But you know, things are looking up. Like I feel like going away with Tim has really helped my head a lot, and I feel like I'm now in a bit more of a positive mindset, and I feel like I'm sort of like getting back into gear. And it's really hard, and everybody processes things in a different way, but I think that when the funeral has happened, you feel a little bit more like you can try learn to accept things a little bit more and sort of move forward, and that's what I'm trying to do. And stupidly, I'm trying to just like occupy my mind away from it a bit, because then if I don't focus on it, it's like it hasn't happened in a way. So I'm just sort of like focusing now. I'm in a good mindset and focusing and moving forward, and that's the way it's got to be, and that's the way my grandma would want it to be. So that's how I'm sort of dealing with it and moving forward. So that's why my uploads have been a bit sluggish, but obviously, like I said, things are sort of improving in that respect. Like I feel a bit more upbeat, because I was waking up and feeling like, not just like, I'm not talking about the uploads, I'm talking about everything in life. I'm like, oh, I just can't get motivated, just don't see the point, I just can't be bothered, can't see the point, the weather's drab, life is drab, do you know what I mean? And I've had that really like negative thoughts, but like in that respect, but like I say, it's going away has cleared my head, and I feel like I'm ready to go. I really, really do. So we're moving forward, and yesterday I uploaded the Savoy. I edited that in the car, no word of a lie. I watched it back, right? I don't know what went wrong. I think it's the lighting in the hotel, but when I need to get myself really a light. Like Holly's got one, I bought her it for Christmas, but I didn't buy myself one because I do have a selfie stick to put my phone in, which has got a light attached, but I never use it. I'm terrible. Like I go out and I just find it easier to just grab the phone and just record while I'm on the go, rather than go, right, get my phone in the selfie stick, set it up, turn the light on, whereas like with Tim's vlogs, Tim puts like 110% into every single angle and every single shot, and a shot that will take 1 second to watch will take about 10 minutes to set up, and I'm not joking, and I'm in it, and someone that's in it, it's like this. Ugh. Like hang on, I just got to arrange the camera, I'm just gonna pop that there, just 1 second, I've just got to do it from this angle, and you're like, haven't even got down the corridor yet, and you're like, oh my God. But that's filming. It was the same when we were filming in EastEnders. Every single shot, just a tiny shot of being in the background, took forever. Honestly, you don't realise the effort that goes behind some of these recordings. But with me, I just want to get the job done. Not in a oh, I want it to come across messy. It's just that I want to capture that moment now and I'm getting on with it. That kind of attitude. So rather than get my selfie stick out, I just quickly get my phone and crack on with it. But the lighting in the hotel, because a lot of it was filmed during the night, when I watch it on the TV and watch it back, I'm like, oh, the quality is just dire. And it was recorded, probably not 4K, probably HD, because I keep forgetting to switch to 4K. But if you watch it on your phone, it looks fine. And when I was editing it, it looked fine because I'm editing on my phone. But when I watched it on the TV, I was just like, it's so grainy. It looks awful. And I just felt so bad for you guys watching it. And I just thought, oh my God. But it is the lighting. It's not the phone quality. It's the dim lighting in the areas. Because if you don't have like a selfie light or something, then it will come out quite grainy. And that's the problem. And that's what's happened basically. So I do apologise for the quality, but the vlog went out hang on, was it yesterday or was it the day before? It's the day before. So I told you I didn't know what day it was. Yeah, so it was the day before it went out, and it was weird because I had set, before Tim had even edited his, Tim edited his in Blackpool the night before, and before he edited it, I'd edited mine on the go in the car while he was driving, and mine was ready to go for 5 o'clock. I said to him, what time, when he started, like, because I was setting my premiere when he was editing, and I said, what time are you going to premiere yours? And he said, I think I'm going to do mine for 4. And I was like, you know, because I'm working off the back of Tim, you know, and this is Tim's investment, not mine, I'm just sponging. I said, well, I'll set mine for 5 then, because yours has got to go up first. And next thing you know, I got messages coming from people saying, you both set your premiere up for the same time. And I was like, Tim, you said you could set yours up for 4. He went, oh yeah, I forgot that you were going to do yours at 5. And I thought, do you know what? It's like talking to a brick wall sometimes. Like, I will say something, I'll go in one ear, straight out the other. And you know, when you're talking to your husband and you're talking away and they're going, yeah, and they're tapping away and you're like, you're not listening to me at all. And that just proved my point completely proved my point. So yeah. Oh, Jenny Meadham's birthday's tomorrow. Happy birthday for tomorrow, Jenny. Happy birthday. So anyway, the Savoy one's up. The Claridge's one, because I've done my take on Claridge as well, is nearly finalised. I'm just putting the finishing touches to it. So I think that's going to go up tomorrow evening. So that's going to go up quite quickly. And the reason I'm going to put that up quite fast is because it's done. It's ready to go. I could wait till next week. But to be fair, the Savoy one already has done so well. It's overtaken my last one, which was not trying to bake. It was the one I did with my mum. It's overtaken it. So I'm like, now this one's done, I'm just going to get that out. So I'm going to get that out tomorrow. So we're going to move fast here. I've recorded Blackpool as well. That I'm sort of still in the process of editing. But that shouldn't be too long either. But whether that comes out the next week, I don't know. So I'm working on it, just to let you know. So basically, we stayed at the Boulevard. So I featured the Boulevard Hotel. I haven't done like a room tour or nothing. We were just happened to be in there. I featured the Pleasure Beach because it was the opening day at the Pleasure Beach. And that was an incredible day. There were so many people there that they were vloggers because it was the opening day. There were a lot of other vloggers there that we got to meet, which was lovely. The attention Tim got was pretty overwhelming, to be honest with you. I'd never really seen Tim get that sort of attention before. Like, we do sometimes get people come and say hi and stuff, but it was like a real bombarded day where we were trying to get from one ride to the next, and there was loads of people coming to say hi, and it felt like, rather than a theme park day, it was more like a social gathering, but it was overwhelming in a lovely way. Like, it was really, really nice. And it's really nice that Tim's work sort of pays off and it's respected. It's nice to see it, and because it's all right seeing words on a screen, people saying that they enjoy it, but when you see people in like person and they come and tell you how great it is, reality hits home, and you're suddenly like, wow, it's real. It's not just numbers on screens, you know, and names and words. They're real people, and they're watching it behind these screens, and they're enjoying it, and it pays off. And then when you think about all these negative comments that come in from trolls and stuff, you know, like that affected me like a couple of weeks back, it suddenly hits home that how insignificant the troll comments actually are when you see people really, really enjoying it. So it was amazing. The only downside to the pleasure beach was the rain. It was torrential, absolutely torrential. Barry says opening day was not good at the pleasure beach with ride availability. That's right. Well, it didn't really apply to me and Tim really, because we had Thumps with us, and neither of me and Tim want to go on like a roller coaster alone. And to be fair, we've done the pleasure beach 1,000 times, so we know. We've done all the rides. It's not like, oh my god, I really want to try it. We know what they're going to be like. So it was all about Thumps. We went and we set our stall out to go on baby rides only. I was like quite shocked though, because you pay full price for a toddler, a 2-year-old. You pay an adult price for a 2-year-old to go on the pleasure beach now, which is crazy. But that's the way they go, and that's the way it rolls, and you've got a choice. You don't have to buy a ticket, or you can buy a ticket, and obviously we wanted to go, and that was that. So we sucked it up. But I was surprised. I was like, wow, that's steep, you know, for a 2-year-old. So we paid £100 for me, Tim and Thumps to get in the pleasure beach. It is like quite expensive, you know. Compared to way back when they used to do these wow weekends where they did like wristband deals. And I suppose in some respects they used to maybe run less roller coasters. You know, like usually if they're busy, they'll run like 2 roller coasters. And I think on the wow weekends they'd like run 1, and then like you'd be queuing for ages, but it was cheap to get in. And you know, it's all about the baby rides. And we went on like the Eddie Stobart trucks and a few rides on Dora the Explorer, and Thumps had a great time though. He absolutely loved it. Craig, where did you get Casper's bag? I loved it. What do you know what? I saw your comment about Casper's bag. What do you mean his bag? I'm just trying to think what you mean, his bag, because like he hasn't got a bag, unless I don't know what you're referring to, Craig, because when you said like before in your comment about Casper's bag, I thought you meant like he's down, he's like sort of down. I thought you were referring to that, because I didn't know what you meant by his bag. You have to remind me, and then I'll probably be able to explain, because I'm not sure what you mean by the bag. Let me know. Ben McSporran says, I still need to get on Icon. Icon is a brilliant ride. It's really, really good. Should definitely try it. Michelle Butterworth has been a channel member for 5 months. Thank you so much, Michelle, and to Daniel for watching. Hi, Gabby. Hope you are well. Sending sneaky message while working. Some great vlogs from both yourselves and Tim. Looking forward for more to come. Oh, thank you so much, Michelle. Yeah, and speaking about the vlogs, obviously we've got the Blackpool one, or I've got the Blackpool one, which is going to come up, and I don't know whether I'm going to put it in between or not, but I'm baking, well, I told you on my last coffee morning I'm doing something for Easter, and I was meant to film it before I left, and then something happened. Nothing tragic, it was just chaotic in the house. I can't remember what was going on now. I don't think I've got 5 minutes to actually sit down and do the vlog, and I was like, damn it. And that was really infuriating, but Tim's going away, and that's going to give me an opportunity to do that. So that's going to be coming up soon as well. So it'll give you an Easter idea of what to bake if you need any ideas from my channel. I'm sure you don't. But yeah, that's what I'm going to do anyway. My attempt of whatever it is Easter wise. I can't tell you. I don't want to give the game away. It's just going to be too upsetting. Oh, by the way, welcome to anyone that's new at the channel, because obviously a few of you have come over and joined from watching Tim's vlog. So I noticed a few of my subscribers went up, and I've noticed a few new names again. So amazing. Thank you so much for coming over. I really, really appreciate it. Holly's gone to work. Bye, Holly. Bye. Howdy from Colorado. Hi, welcome. Oh, Barry, thank you so much for a Mother's Day treat. Oh, thank you, Barry. That's really sweet. Thank you so much. I'm actually, like, Tim's not even going to be here for Mother's Day, so it's just going to be me and the kids and my mum. So, but that's all that matters, really, innit? But I really hope Tim's not watching. He's downstairs getting ready, but I hope that he's done a little card from Casper. I hope he has, fingers crossed. That would be nice. Otherwise, he's in the doghouse. But I'm sure he will. He thinks ahead. Sometimes he thinks ahead, so fingers crossed. You know, he didn't forget me on Valentine's, so hopefully he won't forget me Mother's Day. Fingers crossed. Could you say hi to Ellen Gibson? She's a big fan. Hello to Ellen Gibson. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. So anyway, moving away from the vlogs that are upcoming, I just want to touch on what happened at the doctor's. Right, so I don't know what it is with me, but I've always got issues with the doctors, and everyone that's sort of used to the channel knows that when I was forced to leave my old doctor and go to a new surgery, and I was absolutely devastated because my doctor was incredible, and I was just gutted to leave because I've got this doctor that knew my history, and I just felt comfortable, and he'd see me, and like there was no issues getting in with him, and everything was good. And now I've moved doctor surgery. It's been problem after problem after problem. Honestly, I can't explain. It's been a nightmare. So sorry, I'm just drinking because I don't want it to go cold. So Linda says, Gabby, you do so well. Thank you, Linda. That's really nice. I'm quite fortunate though, because I haven't got gigs for two weeks. Like, I had the weekend off, and that's why we were like, let's just go to Blackpool because I've got the weekend off. Some gigs came in, like I got offered some gigs after we booked Blackpool, and I was like, just a little bit too late now because I've booked something, you know, and obviously that's the way it rolls. If I'm available, I am. If I'm not, I'm not. So it's as simple as that, really. And I've got this weekend off as well for now, unless something comes in. So it's really nice to have not in a bad way, because, you know, I absolutely love my singing, but it is just nice to have that break, especially while I've got a sore throat. And I know I'm talking for Britain here and no one would realise I have a sore throat, but it's not, it's not a sore throat like you'd think. It is definitely, like, I'm sure it's my voice box, I don't know, but anyway, it's a long story. And I saw my doctor and they put me on, they said that my acid reflux, or they think, in fact, I was the one that told the doctor that, and she just said, yeah, I think it might be. So I think I diagnosed myself, really. So she put me on omeprazole, and while I was on the way to London, she rang me up and she said, how's your throat? And I said, honestly, I said, it's still sore. And she was like, oh. And I said, but, you know, I was a couple of days late starting my omeprazole. I went, so maybe it hasn't kicked in yet. And she went, well, it should have kicked in by now. And she said, okay. She said, well, that's fine. She said, what we'll do is we'll do some blood tests on you, and we'll do an appointment at the hospital for a chest x-ray. So I'm in the car and I'm going, oh my God, they want to do my bloods. Oh my God, it's serious. Oh my God. And they want a chest x-ray. And like, next thing you know, I've gone from here to here, panic mode the whole way to London. Oh my God, what if this, what if that? Do you know what I mean? And I'm just stressing and I'm panicking and I'm sweating the whole way there. And Tim's like, calm down. Like, they're just trying to like rule out loads of things. And I'm like, yeah, I know, but they wouldn't want to do that if they didn't think it was something serious. And I'm like getting all stressed out and that. But they've calmed down, because while I was away in London, the first 2 nights, my throat was still sore. And then it did ease up a bit. And I was like, okay, things are looking a little bit more positive, like things are easing up a bit. So I was really pleased about that. And then in place of that, I had a banging headache that would never go away. So whether that was the omeprazole, I don't know. And I'd pulled a muscle in, well, I think it's pulled a muscle in my back because we changed the bedroom round, and I think I just pulled something while we was like moving the wardrobe and stuff. And then, so that's been playing me up, and I'd felt really, really sick. Like, I can't explain it. Almost like a pregnancy sick, or like, I can only describe, I was never ever sick with my pregnancies. I only ever felt groggy and sick, and I felt like that, but I know I'm not pregnant, okay? That's for certain. So it's not that. I don't know what it is. It could be the omeprazole again. I don't know. But anyway, so the sore throat subsided, and then I just felt really groggy sick. It could be the travelling and the tiredness, could be anything. And then I'd got the ache, and I'd got this banging headache, like a dehydration headache, like a hangover. And I know I was drinking in the hotels, but I didn't drink like what people think it appeared to be. Like, all I had was a glass of Prosecco and a cocktail and a glass of wine with my meal. So like, that's 3 drinks max. Wasn't drunk at all. And yeah, I can usually drink a hell of a lot more than that before I get a headache the next day. So it wasn't that. And so yeah, that clouded it a little bit, but the sore throat subsided. So anyway, I've got to go back for these blood tests on Monday. So yesterday, obviously I've cancelled coffee morning. We didn't stay the extra night in Blackpool because I've got to go for this blood test. And they booked me in for this blood test 3 villages away. So in our area, obviously the district for the doctors, basically my local doctors, which is in my town, you never get an appointment there ever. You've always got to travel to a different village or something like that, which I suppose they're in demand. That's why they keep sending you the pharmacy and all that jargon and all that, yeah, which is fine. I don't mind doing that. It's not a problem. As long as I can get in, I don't care travelling. So I'm like, Tim, I've got to leave now because I've got to get to 3 villages down to get to this appointment to have my blood test. So I go, and en route, there's a hold up. And I set off in plenty of time, but there's this hold up. And I don't know what's going on, but traffic's not moving. And I'm like, I think it's a tractor. I don't know if it's an accident or what, but we're not moving at all. It's not even creeping. There's no sign of any traffic lights, so it's not a traffic light situation. There's just this hold up that I just can't get past. So I wait a little while, and I think I'm really going to start cutting it fine now. So I'm going to have to turn my car around and take a different route. Otherwise, it's going to take longer to sit here. So obviously I've thought on my feet and thought, right, turn around and go another route. So which is what I did. I didn't bomb it, but I kept to the speed limit, and I was quite like, you know, assertive. I've got to get there. And I made it 4 minutes late. So I was 4 minutes late to my appointment. So I walk in the doctor's surgery, and I met with this receptionist who was clearly used to having arguments with people because she was ready for me before I even got to the desk. So clearly there are problems there. And the reason I could tell is because she was just like passive aggressive. Like I walked in and you could just see like in her eyes, she was ready for me. And I said, hi, I've tried to check in. She didn't even acknowledge at first that I was there. So that was rude. She could have just gone, I won't be a moment, because she was on the phone, but she didn't even look at me. So I didn't really like that. So I walk in, and Casper had a red cat bag across his chest. Oh no, Craig, that's not a bag, that's a harness. That's a harness so that we can walk with him, so he can walk freely. So it was a harness that he had around him. That's probably why I was confused when you said bag. No, yeah, a harness it was. But it's quite spongy, so it probably did look like a bag. Yeah, carrying on. So I go to the desk, and I said, she come off the phone eventually. Bear in mind, I've been, you know, waiting, and I say I'm 4 minutes late, like I'm probably like 2 minutes late, but 4 minutes late by the time she comes off the phone, if I'm being precise. So she gets off the phone and I go, I can't check in. I said, because I'm 4 minutes late for my blood test. I said, I'm so sorry. I got stuck in traffic. I tried to get her as quickly as I could. And she went, well, you'll have to make another appointment. And I went, no. I went, no, I'm only 4 minutes late. And she went, well, I can only ask. And I was like, okay, well, go and ask then. Will they see me? I thought, crack on, will you? So then, but the way she was sort of saying it to me, I was like, oh God, what is it with these jobs worth? So anyway, she went and she took ages. And then she come back, went, I'm sorry. She went, the other patient, I said, the other patient has already gone in. And obviously we only have 5 minute slots, she said to me. And I went, so you only have 5 minute slots. I'm 4 minutes late, not quite 5, and you've already let someone in on my time slot rather than wait for me to arrive. And she went, yeah. And I went, right. I said, she went, you have to make another appointment. And I went, no. I said, I'm only 4 minutes late. And she went, I'm just the messenger. She went, do you want me to go and get my manager? I went, yes, please, go get your manager. And I thought, for God's sake. And I was just really annoyed because I thought I've lost like the coffee morning. I could have stayed in Blackpool. It's not my fault there was a problem on the road. And I could understand if I was maybe 15 minutes late, 10 minutes late, but it was like the sake of 4 minutes and they're 5 minute slots. And anyway, so she comes back out and then she eventually goes, manager's just on the phone, so she'll come out and speak to you in a minute. I was like, fine. I waited for the manager for 20 minutes. So while I'm standing there, I'm looking very closely at the waiting room where people sit before they go into the room and come out. And in that 20 minutes, not one person has come out the room. Mind you, nobody's gone into another room either. And there's like 2 people sat in the waiting room. So nobody's gone in and nobody's come out in 20 minutes. And I'm like, I thought they were only 5 minute slots, these blood tests. I thought, so basically, when you told me the other patient has gone in, you lied to me about that. And now you've really gone down in my estimation because I don't appreciate lying. Just tell me the truth. If she's gone on an early lunch break, I'd much appreciate you telling me that, but rather than lie and say the next patient's gone in. Anyway, eventually the manager came out and I just said to her, like, I'd like to be seen. She went, well, I'm really sorry. She said, maybe I can fit you in at 12:30. And I went, no. I said, I'm not driving home and then coming back again and risking like being held up again by a few minutes. I said, I need you, I said, to get me in there now. I said, I arrived 4 minutes late. I've waited for you for 20 minutes. And the amount of times I've made an appointment and had to wait anyway for longer than that. And you can't see me because I'm 4 minutes late because of an issue on the road. And I said, and your receptionist barefaced lied to me and said someone's gone in there and they haven't. And she went, well, it's to do with DNA. She said, like they have to leave a bit of a gap in between. I thought, oh my God, you're so insulting my intelligence right now. And I'm not even intelligent. So I was like, oh my God, that's just rubbish. I said, do you know what? She went, do you want me to book you another blood test? I went, no. I said, I'm not happy. I said, I won't be coming back here. I don't want another blood test. I'll go to another surgery, but I won't be coming back here. I said, you should be compassionate in this job. I said, for the sake of 4 minutes, that's disgraceful. I said, I'm not having it. I was like, I'm out. And she went, but do you want me to book you another one? And I went, no, I'd rather not have it. I'm having a chest x-ray. Forget the blood test. I said, it's a really lovely day today. I was having a good day. You guys have made me feel pants. And like, I am not going to go and have a blood test somewhere else today, risk being a couple of minutes late because of something that could happen on the road, and then my whole day is destroyed because you guys have got no leeway whatsoever. Yeah, I was meant to have a 5 minute appointment. I just thought, oh my God. So anyway, I came home, I was fuming. But anyway, she rang me back up and she was really apologetic. And I said, do you know what the worst thing was? I said, it's not the fact that, yes, I've like, not done my job today. I said, I've took time off my job. I said, I could have stayed away on a holiday. I said, but I didn't. And I said, it's not the fact, any of that. I said, what's annoyed me most is the fact your receptionist lied to me and said they couldn't see me because somebody else had gone in. They'd sent the next person in and she lied. And she went, well, to be honest with you, the receptionists, they are stuck between a rock and a hard place. And I was like, no. They just lied. They're not stuck between a rock and a hard place. They could just be honest, and if they can't be honest, then they're doing something wrong, aren't they? So I was like, no, they're not stuck between a rock and a hard place. You can make all the excuses you want in the world. She lied, point blank. And I knew she lied because I stood 20 minutes waiting for you. You couldn't wait for me for 4 minutes, but I had to wait for you for 20 minutes. Do you know what I mean? And I was fuming. Anyway, she was nice, the woman on the phone who called back, and she was apologetic. And I think she was trying to make excuses for the receptionist and for the woman that does the blood tests. I don't know what happened. She obviously just nipped off. She obviously thought, well, this patient's late, I'm off. And that's clearly what happened. And they were like, cause she shouldn't have gone because I was entitled to that 5-minute appointment. They had to make an excuse up. But I would much more appreciate the truth. Okay, I wouldn't have liked the truth, but it's worse when you lie, in my opinion. So I've managed to get an appointment, and I said to them, I will have another blood test. I said, but it needs to be in my hometown. I said, I'm not going to go 3 villages down the road for you to turn me away. I said, in the NHS, you need to be compassionate. Like, you can't, like, I understand you've got restricted time slots, but you didn't stick to my time slot. You just gave up on me straight away. And the funniest thing was, while I was there waiting for the receptionist, I got a text message saying, you haven't arrived to your appointment. Please can you ring this number to remake your appointment? And I thought, I'm standing here. I'm literally standing here. And you've just sent me a text saying I didn't make my appointment. And I'm standing right in front of the receptionist. I was like, man, like, why is it? This is why I understand the NHS is under severe pressure. 100%, I get it. But the customer service is shocking. It is. Like, what is wrong with old-fashioned decency towards people these days? Like, we're human beings. We deserve to be treated like people treat us. I don't understand why we're lying to each other. She must have thought I was a complete and utter idiot. I mean, she's right in some respects, because sometimes I do feel a bit of an idiot. I must have been an idiot to get that surgery. So she's right in some respects. But, like, she must have looked at me and thought, yeah, what kind of lie can I drum up? She'll fall for it. She's a mug. Yeah, and that's what got me. It was that bit more than anything. Tamlin says, also, if they gave your appointment to the next person in line, then they could have just given their appointment to you. A simple swap. But they couldn't even accommodate you. That's what I'm talking about. That's why I was frustrated about the situation. Like, it wasn't like, it was obvious. Do you know what I mean? To the receptionist, if she'd even looked at me, it was obvious I came in there flustered, like, oh God, I'm so sorry, and apologetic. I got held up by traffic, and knowing as well on my records that I came from, but they obviously have this all the time because the receptionist was waiting for it. She'd got her excuses lined up. She didn't acknowledge me when I approached the desk because she was on the phone. She didn't make eye contact with me. And what makes me laugh is that there are so many people like that can't get jobs. Like Holly, before she got the job she's got now, struggled to get work. And she's a really, really kind, polite person. And then you get other people in these job roles that treat you like dirt, and I just don't get it. I just think, God. So anyway, I didn't have the blood test, so I can only apologise. I cancelled coffee morning for nothing. So she didn't only let me down, this woman that was doing my blood test, she let 198 people down, because you guys could have been watching my coffee morning yesterday, in theory. So if they would have let me know beforehand, then, you know. But I do, failing that, just so nobody gets their wires crossed with what I'm moaning about here, because sometimes I know that I will get somebody message going, you don't respect the NHS. I know I'm going to get a message like that afterwards from someone, but just setting the record straight, I do respect the NHS. We're lucky to have it, and I know they're under pressure. My beef is the customer service. End of. That's my point. I think doctors' receptionists must all gain the same rudeness qualifications before getting their jobs. I've never met a nice one. Well, the funny thing was, and I mean, I just took this totally on the chin, but while I was waiting, this woman come in and she went, there were a few people waiting, but this woman come in, she went, "Oh, are you next in the queue?" I went, no. I said, I'm waiting for the manager. I'm making a complaint. She went, "This is the worst surgery ever. Thanks to this surgery, I nearly killed myself." And I went, oh, I thought, that's harsh. I went, oh, I thought, I really wouldn't take your life because of the surgery. But that's what she went. She went, and she said it out loud. And the whole place was heard. And I just thought, oh my God. This woman had, like, she clearly did have, like, she suffered with mental health problems, which a lot of us do. But it did just make me chuckle the way she went, "Cost of this surgery, I nearly killed myself." I was like, ooh, I was like, that's harsh. And I just thought, I looked at the receptionist and thought, how's she reacting to that? And she didn't even flinch, I swear to God. So I think she's seen it all before. She did not flinch. And I just thought, don't know if that's professional or what, or whether, I don't know, like, if someone said that to me at one of my gigs, I'd probably be shocked. Well, I would be shocked. I would be shocked point blank. But yeah, I couldn't believe she said it. But I don't know why, but it just made me chuckle, because I just thought, that's severe. That's really severe, man. Sorry, I've got some people that are channel members that have put their little notifications up, and because I've been going on a rant, I've completely gone past them. Hang on, where are we at? Rebecca J has been a channel member for 9 months and says, "Morning, Gabby. I hate when they leave you sitting in the room for an hour before the doctor ever comes in." Yeah, you know what I mean then. I just felt, I felt awful though, because you know, like when you're in a surgery, and you're waiting, you notice everyone that's unwell, don't you? And there was a little boy in there who, I'm sure he had tonsillitis, because I overheard his mum, like, speaking to someone, and she had said he'd got really unwell over the last few days, and he was only a little boy, and he was cuddling into his mum, and he was hanging on to this Spider-Man teddy and trying to sleep, and you could see his little cheeks were red, and all I could think to myself is, I hope he isn't sitting there too long. And they were there the whole time I was waiting to make a complaint, and I just thought, where's the doctor? Like, nobody's gone in, nobody's come out in 20 minutes. And I just thought, where are they? Because this little boy looks like he's really struggling. And I know that when you go on antibiotics, they don't kick in straight away, but the sooner you take them, the better. And I just thought, he really like this needs to be a little bit faster. Do you know what I mean? Because that little boy looks like he's really struggling, and I could have just cried. And I just thought, it's so awful, innit, when you kept waiting. But what I didn't understand is no one went in and no one came out in 20 minutes. So something was amiss. Did they all have a lunch break at the same time, or did they all decide to go for a fag, or I don't know. Like, someone must have. Is there a back door that I didn't know, like a secret door that patients go out of? Like, oh, I think you've got the plague, you better go out the back door. Because that was weird how nobody moved or budged in 20 minutes. Do you know what, though? I feel really bad because I'm totally slagging off this doctor's surgery. Like, I've got to go to the doctor's surgery for this blood test. They might, like, set me up for a fall. I don't want to go in there. They might keep me waiting an hour on purpose for slagging them off. Fun things to do with Tech Sparky has been a channel member for 2 months. Keep up the good videos and lives and enjoy your coffee or tea. Yeah, do you know what? I keep neglecting my tea. Well, it's not tea, it's coffee, actually. Michael Bethwaite, at my Lockside Medical Centre, gone downhill, Gabby. Yeah, I know that they are in high demand. I get that. But Holly has had two like doctor's appointments cancelled. So Holly made a doctor's appointment and it got cancelled. And on the same day I rang up to make an appointment and I got in with my throat and I was like, Holly got cancelled, but I got an appointment. I was like, that's weird. But obviously they hold some back. I don't know. But Holly got cancelled and I was like, that's weird. And then Holly made another appointment and it got cancelled again. Like, so 2 of our appointments got cancelled and now she's had to remake it for the 18th of March. And I'm like, whatever is wrong with her, is she still likely to be ill by the 18th of March? Or do you think that like, nature will take its course and she'll ride through what's making her feel unwell, and she's gonna be better. Because if you're unwell, what good is waiting, I don't know, a month? Like, you need to see someone pretty soon, don't you? Otherwise you wouldn't make the appointment. And I said to Holly yesterday, I went, you need to remake, this is before she made the appointment for the 18th of March. I said, you need to remake that appointment. And Holly said to me, oh my God, I just had a text message come through from the surgery saying that they welcome my feedback. Oh my God, I can't believe that just come through while I'm talking about it. If you want my feedback, tune into my coffee morning. Yeah, just saying. Yeah, you know, and give it a thumbs up. Oh my God. I'm on one today. So yeah, I said to Holly, you need to remake your appointment. And Holly said to me, what's the point? And I was like, well, you still need to get seen about what's going on. And she went, yeah, but she said to just cancel me again. And I was like, yeah, well, if they go to cancel you again, you need to complain. You need to complain the first time. Because Holly's not like me. I'm one of these people that will go gunning for him. Whereas Holly will just sit there and take it. Whereas, because she's been cancelled twice, if that was me, at that point, I'd be like, you're having a laugh now. You cancelled my first one. You cancelled my second one. I'm not having it. I want to be seen soon. And that's what I'd be saying. But Holly just rides with it. It's like, well, they've cancelled me again. I'll wait for my next appointment a month down the line. And if they cancel me again, I'll just wait another month. In fact, I'll wait till next year if you want. I don't mind. And that's what Holly's like. And sometimes I have to go, wake up, Holly! Wake up. You have to say something. Lee says, probably watching you now, Gabs. They probably are. That receptionist probably going, what did she say about me? I didn't say anything mean. I just said her customer service was naff and that she insulted my intelligence. I never actually slagged her off in person. I never said, I think this of you or I think that of you. I just think her customer service is pretty naff. But I would never say anything on here that I wouldn't say to somebody's face. I would happily go down to that surgery with a bunch of flowers and say, your customer service, love, needs improvement. In fact, I said everything to the manager out loud. In fact, that little boy who had got tonsillitis and his mum had a full-on show. And I'm not joking. That was like Ryanair all over again. No, it weren't as bad as Ryanair, to be fair. In fact, nothing's worse than Ryanair. Sorry if anyone works for Ryanair. Not all the service on Ryanair is bad. Just that particular episode, to be honest. And the times when Ryanair con you a little bit. But apart from that, things are sometimes nice with Ryanair. Anyway, I'm going to get myself out of jail now. Right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to have to leave Coffee Morning here. And the reason is because Tim is leaving in a minute and I have to make sure I say my goodbyes to him. But just to let you know, this week, maybe this weekend in fact, because I don't have a gig, providing no gig comes in, I'm going to do a Q&A from home. So it will either be Friday or it'll be Saturday, providing no gigs come in. So don't take it as 100%, because if a gig comes in, I've got to take the gig because that's my main line of work. That's how I make the bread and butter, basically. So but if no gigs come in, I will use either the Friday or the Saturday, and I will do a Q&A from home, like a full-on Q&A. You can just thrash everything out at me, ask me anything under the sun, be kind, obviously. And no, I'm not pregnant, so you don't need to ask that one. But yeah, a Q&A for the anniversary of the Coffee Morning, because last week we celebrated 1 year of Coffee Morning, which has been absolutely amazing. Thank you everyone for your support. It's been incredible. But before I do go, if you haven't subscribed to me yet, please subscribe. Hit the thumbs up on here. Even I haven't hit the thumbs up, and sometimes if I hit the thumbs up, it gives me, well, it just gives me an extra little thumbs, doesn't it? So why not? So hit the thumbs up, and make sure you hit that notification bell as well. when you subscribe, if you haven't subscribed. Follow me on Instagram, Gaby Starbuck Vocalist. Come on over, get involved, because I've uploaded loads of pictures of Blackpool and stuff, and everything's rocking on there. So come on over and follow me on Facebook as well, Gaby Starbuck Vocalist Entertainer. You'll find me under there. Thank you again for all the channel members. You can become a channel member for the price of a cup of coffee. So if you want to, the option is there. But I appreciate everybody for subscribing no matter what. So I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. And again, welcome to any new subscribers. So have a wonderful day. If you're going to do anything today, make sure it's positive. Don't go arguing with any receptionists, okay? Just take it on the chin. Don't be like me. Be a better person. And just do something positive. Love one another. Love one another. I sound like a priest, don't I? Anyway, have a great day. I'll see you soon. Bye.